you're going to be starting Sunday in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. I'm going to be out there.
You get a full weekend of practice.
Feel great. Feel great to be out there with my guys as always. Feel great.
Lamar Jackson will be back on Sunday. He suffered the back contusion 2 Sunday nights ago in the home loss to the Patriots, during which the Ravens were up 24-13 before it all fell apart. It got weird because right after the game, John Harbaugh described it as a bruise. And he probably didn't mean it to be derisive, but I think back to the book from years ago that was written by the former Raiders doctor, the title, "You're okay, it's just a bruise." Like, you know, you're not injured, you're just in pain. Like, suck it up. Like, bruise has that connotation. Whenever you use bruise, it's no big deal. It's not a real injury. You're just bruised. And I remember when I saw that, I thought, oh, this isn't going to go over well. Now, they don't play these games publicly. They don't air out their dirty laundry, but it has just created this sense, and it reminded me of 2021, 2022, late in the season, Lamar Jackson injured, just kind of a sense of confusion and frustration as to when he was actually going to play, with that little dash of, is there something else going on here? And hey, you know, the something else going on is he'd earned his long-term financial reward. He hadn't gotten it yet. Why am I going to take any risk? If I'm one click under 100, why am I going to take any risk of a longer-term injury when I have no financial security beyond the expiration of my current contract? So all that's in the past now. He's good to go this week. No more questions about availability. We'll see what he can do against the Steelers. He's fully practiced all week, Michael, and he seems to be good to go.
Well, Mike, since it is a new year, I'm not going to be as skeptical in 2026 as I was in 2025. But I think it's smart to be a healthy skeptic, to be a reasonable skeptic. So a couple of things. I think NFL fans should know. NFL fans should know whatever you're being told about a player's injury, not that you're being lied to. You're just, let me parse words. You're not being lied to, but you're not getting the complete story about a player's injury. You're getting some of the story, but not the whole story. So why do I say that? I watched that Patriots game, that Patriots-Ravens game Sunday night. I see Lamar go down and leave the game, and my first thought was, yeah, I think he's hurt, but I think he came into the game with another injury. And so being hit in the back just made whatever he had already worse. So that's my thought. My thought is that you could call it a bruise. You can call it anything else. Yeah, maybe that thing was. But Lamar Jackson, anybody can see it, this season hasn't been quite right physically. So I think he's got a lot of things going on. And he's deciding, okay, I can manage it enough to get through this game and maybe if they win the game, get through a playoff run. But there's no question to me that he's legitimately hurt, and it's not just one thing. If we hear about 2 things, it's 3. If we hear about 3 things, it's 4. You know, they don't do in football, Mike. I love this in hockey. I don't know if you're a hockey fan. What they do in hockey is guys are hurt in the playoffs. You can just tell. They're banged up in the playoffs. They don't say anything about it. And as soon as they're eliminated, I had a separated shoulder. I had a collapsed lung. I had this. They tell you everything that happened as soon as it's over. It doesn't happen in football. Guys are hurt, and when they're eliminated, we never know the depth of their injuries. And I think he's dealing with some really complex injuries that he's figured out how to navigate to the best of his ability. He still missed 4 games, but I think he's clearly not 100%, even now.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.